What would either of you have as advice for people looking for retailers as being able to identify someone who is forthcoming and trustworthy, and maybe some of the red flags if you go into some retailers? What would you advise clients on looking out for?
I think it's quite tough to look out for red flags. I mean, you could say some things like, for example, if a place isn't open, you might sort of think that's a bit strange, but that might be a completely legitimate circumstance.
Could be a sick child that they've had to go home for.
You don't know, do you? So you don't want to be sort of making any careless judgments. But certainly having an identity as a member of a trade organisation is a good sign. Doesn't mean you should leave it there and only refer to that as a tick box, because there are so much more you can do to look into them. But as Richard said, that not everybody is able to look into details of financial situations of a business. And if a company or an organisation rather like KBSA is doing that for you as a consumer, this is a massive time saver, and it's giving consumers that reassurance that business is stable, that business has been there and doing a good job for some time. Because you need a collection of clients to check out. You need to build those up. They don't happen overnight.
No, that's right. And there is still people that are like, say they're a business and work from their bedroom and things like that, and they haven't got the backing behind it. You haven't got a premises, even going to a big boy. Once you've bought from a big supplier, you're a number. You don't go back to that same designer and say, oh, my kitchen's not quite right. It's like, yeah, deal with head office. It's you're gone. Where with an independent retailer, there's a showroom. You can walk into it and sort of say, I'm not happy with that. And that straight away is a nice thing with all members have to have a showroom, and we vet that. So, if every time we go in there's one display fitted and everything's that would be discussed and talked about, and then potentially they'd be then suspended and left, because they're supposed to have a working showroom. They're supposed to be fully functional showroom. They're not supposed to be, we get that people change their showroom, and sometimes that takes time. But if it's constantly bits missing thing, it's a bit of a telltale, like, why is a sink missing there and there's an oven missing there and they haven't done that? There's a bit of telltale there sometimes. And I would on a big purchase, we don't do this in the UK. Like we are very trusting, seen the guy, he's a lovely bloke, all that. We're very trusting. But I would always go on the Gov website and check the company out, and then search the director, because it's funny, sometimes you see they've got like multiples of CCJs. You can see some of that information for free, or they've got multiple companies and they're all dissolving and they've got holding companies. Sometimes you can get those telltale signs, but it is difficult for Joe Public to go and find a kitchen showroom. But